Welcome to Facts Genie. If you're new to this channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily update. Today, we're delving into one of the most complex and enduring conflicts in the world, the Israel-Palestine conflict. This topic has deep historical roots, intertwined national aspirations, and global implications. In this video, we'll explore the historical background, key reasons for the conflict, and the challenges it presents today. Whether you're well-versed in the subject or new to it, we've got you covered. So, let's dive into the heart of the Israel-Palestine conflict and unravel its intricate layers. Historical background of Israel-Palestine conflict. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a long-standing and deeply complex dispute with its roots in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It revolves around competing national aspirations, religious claims, and territorial disputes between Israelis, Jews, and Palestinians, Arabs. Here's a brief overview of the historical background of the conflict. Prior to World War I, the region was part of the Ottoman Empire. During this period, both Jews and Arabs lived in the area. However, Jewish immigration increased, and Zionist movements advocating for a Jewish homeland in Palestine gained momentum. The conflict continues to this day, marked by violence, periodic military confrontations, Israeli settlements in the West Bank, disputes over borders, the status of Jerusalem, and the rights of Palestinian refugees. The conflict remains a deeply rooted and multifaceted issue with no easy solutions. Efforts for peace and resolution have been made through negotiations, but the Israel-Palestine conflict remains one of the most enduring and intractable conflicts in the world, with profound implications for the entire Middle East region. National aspirations. Israelis and Palestinians have competing national aspirations. Both seek to establish independent states in the same geographic area, leading to territorial disputes and competing claims. British Mandate and Balfour Declaration, the British Mandate in Palestine, which lasted from 1920 to 1948, allowed Jewish immigration and land purchases in the region. The Balfour Declaration of 1917 expressed British support for a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, intensifying tensions between Jewish and Arab communities. 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The 1948 Arab-Israeli War, following the declaration of the State of Israel, resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinian Arabs. This event remains a central issue as it led to the creation of Palestinian refugee communities. Six-Day War, 1967. The Six-Day War between Israel and neighboring Arab states in 1967 resulted in Israel's occupation of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, and the Golan Heights. The continued occupation has been a major source of conflict. Israeli settlements. Israel's construction of settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem has been a major point of contention. The growth of these settlements has complicated efforts to establish a viable Palestinian state. Jerusalem. The status of Jerusalem, a city sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims, has been a particularly contentious issue. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim Jerusalem as their capital. International involvement. The Israel-Palestine conflict has been a focal point of international diplomacy, with various countries and organizations involved in mediation and peace efforts. Different countries' support for either Israelis or Palestinians has further complicated the situation. Failed peace efforts. Numerous attempts at peace agreements and negotiations have failed to result in a lasting resolution. These include the Oslo Accords, Camp David Summit, and others. Socio-economic disparities. Palestinians living in the occupied territories often face socio-economic disparities and restrictions on their freedom of movement, contributing to grievances and tensions. Nationalism and identity. Nationalism and the preservation of cultural and national identity are powerful drivers of the conflict for both Israelis and Palestinians. The Israel-Palestine conflict remains one of the most enduring and challenging conflicts globally, with deeply rooted historical, political, and emotional dimensions. Resolving the conflict is a complex task that requires addressing the concerns and aspirations of both parties. In conclusion, the Israel-Palestine conflict is a protracted and deeply intricate dispute rooted in historical, religious, and national factors. The clash between the national aspirations of Israelis and Palestinians, the historical backdrop of British mandate and international declarations, the aftermath of wars, the issues surrounding Jerusalem, and the continued construction of Israeli settlements have all contributed to the ongoing tension in the region. The conflict remains marked by unresolved issues, including the rights of Palestinian refugees, questions about the future status of Jerusalem, and the need to balance Israel's security concerns with Palestinian aspirations for statehood. Despite numerous international efforts, peace negotiations have often faltered, and the situation remains fraught with violence and instability. A comprehensive and lasting resolution to the Israel-Palestine conflict is a challenging endeavor that demands a deep understanding of the concerns and aspirations of both parties. It also necessitates diplomatic efforts, compromises, and a commitment to addressing the historical injustices and grievances that have fueled this enduring conflict. The path to peace in the region remains difficult, but it is essential for the well-being and stability of both Israelis and Palestinians, as well as the broader Middle East. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Till then, spread love and peace. Say no to war.